And how do you take that damage? I don't know how you can. Anyways, you don't take any damage. I guess it's still bucking and still pushing you around and trying to get you off its back. You can't be. But you won't be removed. You will not give up.
Yeah.
The angels, rather than trying to attack it, the angels realize what you're trying to do. They all with one accord, they rush it. They grab onto his like head and neck and like just start trying to fly down as much as possible to open up sort of this. Now that they've done it, that you realize this is own under the scales in the right in the back of its head. Only when it's got its head lowered down is it open for attack, and the angels push down as hard as they can, and Belandros is now, having taken so much damage, is weak enough that the angels can overpower him and push his head down, opening up this weak point. What do you do?
Okay. So can I get the new buff if I take the sword out?
Yes, if you take the sword out.
Okay, I'm just gonna get the buff with just like a one definitive, just like guided shot straight to that weak point.
Got straight to the weak point.
So pretty much just bonus to the hit
You're going to lose consciousness.
afterwards.
Yep.
Okay. So how much bonus do I get?
Um, a guided shot. Probably +2.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Everyone failed it again.
So 7. You're going to lose consciousness. Roll your damage first.
Okay. D10 plus 2d4 plus d4.
Righto. Yeah, you thrust your sword into the weak point, and like there's like a explosion of light. It throws you back. You smack your head on the scales and knock yourself unconscious. And then, unbeknownst to you, as Belandros falls down, having just had his like nervous cord severed, drops straight down, and that bumps you so much that you start sliding off the edge, and take D10 damage, please, as full damage. Sail off the side
Okay.
of sail off the side of him. You take 3 damage, although I think that's negated by your armor, isn't it? Still unconscious. Now I say to
Okay.
everybody, what do you do?
Alright, I put Romeric's body back on the ground and take his what is it? His herbs and poultices. That's the healing one, right?
I think they do healing.
How much healing? Because I want to use it.
And poultices. Uh, 2 uses, slow, 10 coins. Oh, it's slow, so it heals 1 HP up to D8 hours. 1 HP per hour for D8 hours.
Oh, okay.
So it's like a potion, but it goes slowly.
Yeah. Do I need to roll something for it?
Oh, hang on. When you carefully treat someone's wounds with poultices and herbs, heal them of 7 damage and expend a use. Yeah, so I guess you just... Huh, that's weird.
Well, like, I was just gonna sit here and rest anyway because I'm tired after slaying the
Yeah.
Titan.
Okay. Oh,
So,
yeah, so we get this scene of you getting the poultices and herbs out of Romeric's pack, applying it to yourself, and then kind of sitting down, puffing a little,
hmm
surveying, doing what? What are you focusing on? What are you thinking?
I'm thinking, even though Romerick has passed on, he still aids me. How much do I heal?
7.
Sweet. Alright, yeah, I'm just sitting there resting for this
Mhm.
turn, I guess.
I guess
How many
like
hit points did I come back with?
how many what?
How many hit points do I come back with?
1.
One.
You're very, very, very weak. You need help to walk, and yeah, you've got, like I said before, you've got broken ribs and a big gash across your sort of arm and right hand side of your chest.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and use my bardic magic to heal 1d8 damage.
Okay.
Seven.
Okay.
Uh,
It helps, but you still have broken ribs.
Yeah.
You're still hurting, yeah. Yeah, but you feel a little better, a little bit like you can walk and breathe and do things.
Yeah.
The the sight around you is just silent.
What's the
Where
snake
there
doing?
was, sorry,
What's the snake doing?
he ran away.
Oh,
He's
I thought
not
he
been
came
back.
back.
No.
Okay.
So, I guess Atlas, you come to laying on the ground, like with a couple of angels over the top of you, like one is sort of slapping your cheek. Atlas, Atlas.
Yeah. Is it over?
Yeah, you got it.
What happened to Sebastian?
He'll be okay.
Ah, good. I thought he just collapse and just go back to sleep.
All right. So, how do we want to do this? Do we want to play out everything, or do we want to just skip over it?
What do you mean play out?
I mean, do you want to play out the recovery sequence of everybody? Do we want to play out actually,
Yes,
going to contact the villagers? Narrative? Alright. So you guys, once each of you have caught your breath, healed up a little bit, all that kind of stuff. Don't forget, you guys are exhausted until you properly recover, until you have a night's rest or whatever, but you catch eyes of one another. And I guess at some point the discussion happens that Romerick has passed. Do you want to roleplay that?
Yeah, I guess I'll regroup with everyone and I'll just have him I'll just be carrying him in my arms. And just say, like, he fought well. And even in his death, he still aided me.
I sort of bow my head and give sort of just like a sort of rest in peace, sort of like in accordance with Baldo sort of thing.
Yeah.
I kind of just stay right at the back because I'm still feeling really guilty about betraying everyone. Sort of partially feel that this is my fault. If I hadn't opened the city up to all these troubles, hadn't killed the mayor, maybe we would have had more of a chance, and maybe Romerick wouldn't have died.
Yeah.
I sort of see the chimera and say like, who slayed this? Like, I completely forgot about it.
It was the work of the watchmen more than anything. The militia and the town guard bravely fought off this chimera creature. I barely did more than watch.
I'm sure you fought bravely as well. But all these men, I sort of turned to Sean and said that, you know, like, all these men should get medals or like signs of, you know, equivalent signs of courage.
Yeah. Yeah, I just agree.
Yeah. All right. Bastiel, helped by one of his angels, sort of, you know, arm over him, whatever. Walks up to you guys. He looks at Romeric's body and sighs, and then turns to Shana and says, "We should get the villagers back to the city. That young gentleman that Romeric was fighting with, he should be told of his demise, told that he died honourably and valiantly."
You're right. I shall tell him.
So he calls one of the other angels, the one that's not helping him, says, "Send word to the villagers that they should return to the city. The attack is over." Alright, so all in all, there are eight of the militia that died during the fight with the Chimera.
Out of how many?
Out of
33.
33.
Okay, that's not bad.
None of the villagers and none of the militia protecting the villagers died, which, if you guys hadn't headed off the serpent, it would have gone very different. Romeric, Mason, how do you feel?
In character or what?
Well, you're dead in character, so in
Yeah, I
person.
Good.
Good?
It was a very good narrative. Sort of where I wanted to go, because that's how it would have happened with Romeric.
Yeah, okay.
He was driven by vengeance and he wanted to die. His family. But not, like, willingly wanting to die at the same time, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah. So let's do the talk between Shana and Chast. So as the citizens are filing back through the gate, and they, you know, each of them is like sort of slowing down to observe the burnt out gate, and they look up on the wall and see the Chimera laying dead on top of the wall, sort of its paw hanging over the side, and they're all, you know, eyes wide with amazement. And Shana, you spot Chast and his wife and kids walking through.
Yeah, I go over, or I call him over to me. Say, Chas, over here.
Yeah, he trots over.
And by this time, I've put Romeric's body in like the back of a cart with just a blanket over it.
Yep.
I say, I'm sorry to tell you this, Chas, but Romeric he's not made it. He fought valiantly, and he will be remembered.
He his head drops, and he makes the sign for that Romeric made, that he used to make whenever he came across somebody deceased or wanted to show respect. He makes that sign and you know, says a few words under his breath. He says, "Thank you for telling me. We'll remember his name."
Yes. soon I want to hold a funeral in his forest. I think we should bury him there.
I agree. So, at this point, Leaf trots up to the two of you and sort of rubs against chest. Rubs against his leg and looks up at him and whimpers a little bit. And Chas leans down and pats him on the head and says, "Don't worry, I'll look after you. We won't forget him, shall we?" Leaf looks a little bit happier at this. He nods at you, Shana, and heads back towards his family.
Mm-hmm.
So, which happens first, the funeral or the award ceremony, like the medal?
I'll say the funeral.
Okay. So now we cut to, like a big portion. The entire militia is there. A lot of villagers, and definitely you three and the angels are there as well, and Chast.
I've left.
You've left?
I've left. I don't want to face this anymore. I'm just feeling way too guilty about everything.
Okay.
So I've just headed off on my own, south.
Yeah.
So you don't say goodbye or anything?
Nah, just try and get away before anyone can see me.
Yeah.
Try and forget about the whole thing.
All right. So I guess the two of you and Bastial and Chast are sort of at the head of the funeral. You know, you guys are the ones that are called on to say something and all that kind of thing.
Yep. Yeah. So, like, it has the usual grounds that's not grown over because we just dug it up to put his body in there.
Yep.
And instead of having a tombstone at the head, we have like a little sapling that I've planted there.
Yep.
And I say, thank you everyone for coming to remember Romerick. He was a great and mighty warrior. It is sad that we have lost him. Everyone will miss him dearly. And I say, during the fight, he oh, did I get that message, by the way, Squid?
Which message?
The message from death from Romerick.
So I think there's a militiaman who at some point after the battle, he was gravely injured during the battle, like with the Chimera, and at some point he comes up to you afterwards, or whatever, you're visiting him in his bed, like because he's so injured or whatever, and he says that he saw a vision in death, a vision of you and Romerick, and that the two of you were happy and laughing together. And he says that he felt the love from Romerick towards you, and he felt compelled to tell you.
Okay, cool. Alright, so I continue the speech of, he flew me onto the back of the Titan, and he aided me slaying it, and without him, we would have never have killed it. And even after he had fallen to the earth, I found a potus in his bag that healed me. And even in his death, he still helped. And I say, I knew that he had feelings for me. He loved me, and I him. And that's just like where I end it to let anyone else speak.
Yeah. I'd probably say, just like, he, he was a great man, a good friend, and while his ways were somewhat strange to me, I know he'll Baldor will shine. We greatly pleased with him and guide him to his afterlife for all that he's done here.
Does Chast want to come up and say something?
Yeah, but then I have to come up with a speech. So Chas comes forward and he says, Romerick showed me a kindness that is rare among men. Rare not in the fashion that he who lost his family came to me and made me appreciate mine, but in the fashion that he was willing to sacrifice himself because of the people that I loved and that all of you love. Romerick told me once before that he had feelings for Shana. And maybe it was out of that love that he acted in the way he did. Secured victory. But I say it was more so because of the love that he had for me and my family, and for all of you, and for this world. Will not be forgotten.
I draw my sword and sort of like hold it up respectively, and like signal other angels to do the same.
They do. Like all the militia do, and like all the villagers that are there, instead of like holding up a sword, they like hold up their fist or something like that. You know, everybody all at once. It's a beautiful moment.
Yeah.
So we cut.
Hold on, I hang back after like everybody's left.
Yep.
And I just take off like I don't know, just some sort of like tribal necklace that I've been wearing, and just put it on his, like, just sit on my knees and just plant it on top of his grave and say, "I'll see you again someday, brother."
Alright. And then start walking back towards the city.
Yep.
Yep.
And how does Mason feel?
I am in tears.
I told you to get ready for the feels.
Didn't expect it would be this feelsy. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Seeing how strong of an impact your character's actions can make.
Pretty crazy, eh?
Yeah.
Award ceremony?
Yep. Alright.
For a second I thought it was more battle music.
Oh no!
Like, this is gonna be an interesting reward ceremony.
Alright, so tell me how it goes.
Alright.
Donna?
Yeah, so I have everybody out or gathered out the front of the mayor's house, and yeah, like everybody's there, and all the militia are up the front. And I say, everyone, without all of your help, we would not be here today. these medals go to everyone who fought and everyone that protected. And oh, it's hard to come up with a speech on the spot. You are all my brothers and sisters. You have all fought alongside me. You have all fought gallantly. You will forever be in my heart and my debt. And then, yeah, I just get like some servants or something to, well, not servants, but maids or something to hand out the the medals to all the militia, and the militia that fought against the Chimera, I have them like knighted, and they're like high ranking like guardsmen now.
Yep.
And then Shana looks lost as a maid comes up and says, "Oh, we can't find Elfish. He's not here." And I just kind of take his medal and not sure what to do with it.
Yeah, I sort of reach out and just generally take it and said, "I'll find him."
Alright.
Yeah, also something I want to do.
You get a medal as well, by the way.
Yeah, I just sort of like, oh yeah, whatever.
Oh yeah, another medal.
Mainly for the militia. Like it's kind of that was impactful when I asked for the medal to be given in the first place. But what I want to do is with the angels. I want to call forth Baldur's blessing upon them, and sort of with the intention of sort of like revoking the sort of exile.
So, the clouds sort of open up in a section, and a light sort of comes through the opening and beams down on you, and then a second sort of ray beams down on Bastille, and then sort of a bit more of a flooding light goes down upon the other 12. And they all glow with like a light that is not coming from the sun, right? Like a holy light. And you feel Baldur's approval as you do this. But Bastille steps forward, and he puts his hand on your shoulder, and he says, "I thank you for redeeming us, Atlas. But in all this, I feel that it's not a greater calling to be called an angel of the gods, but it's a greater calling to be called your friend and your ally. On this day, I revoke my angelhood and I become mortal."
Are you sure?
In all the thousands of years I've lived as an angel, I've never been more honored to stand next to mortals such as yourself. There is more honor in this than there ever has been in my life before.
I'm honored, Bastille.
So the glow continues on the 12, but Bastille's glow fades. Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, just like, then I asked you as a friend. Like, I asked that you join me. Like, wherever I may go. Like, to the end of the earth. for as long as the rest of our days.
Of course.
Yeah. They get like a small group of us to go down to Romeric's grave and like put his medal on it.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'd be part of that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm done.
What
Yep.
happens now though?
Well, we can either leave it there or we do an epilogue. Where at some point, I guess, because I think, Jason, you said that Atlas wanted to go find Elvish.
Yeah, I was gonna.
So we'll put it to Robert. Do you ever want that to happen?
No, I go. Let's completely go to ground. Don't want to be found. Change my identity. Change my name.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we see. Go on.
Well, what I was gonna say was like I would have heard from like the militia and stuff afterwards that he actually was a big part in taking down that the Chimera Titan.
Yep. Anya.
Yeah, and I would have asked Baldor like as a quest to try and find him.
Yep.
Well, at least I would have asked. But I don't know, but when you would have.
Also, I wanted to send out like, probably like 50, like well-armed militia to try and find the Snake Titan,
Okay.
just to see if like they can find it or, you know, what's happened to it.
Yeah. No, they never do.
Okay.
At a certain point, we see a sequel. We see in a market somewhere, Elvish has changed his hair color and is wearing vastly different clothes and that kind of thing. We see him in a marketplace, just off to the side, eating a bit of bread or whatever. And we see Atlas and Bastiel walking through the marketplace, and they've got a little drawing of Elvish, and they're, talking to people down the street, just, have you seen this guy? Whatever. And I guess Elvish sort of, pulls the hood down and sort of ducks off into an alley as you spot this.
Yeah.
Cool. And Shana stays at the town running the town.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
He goes down and visits Romeric's grave like every week.
So in the years to follow, Jast, his wife unfortunately passed away. She got a sickness that they couldn't heal. Probably 3-4 years after this.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm gonna
so-
say that I would have like known about it and spent like a lot of money trying to make it
Yeah.
better.
Yeah. Yep. And after this, Jast, he buries his wife not very far from Romeric's grave, and he and his 2 sons basically take up Romeric's place. He goes to the forest and becomes a druid and teaches his sons everything that Romeric had taught him. Yeah, basically create a legend. Honoring Romeric's name. And Elvish, when you've exhausted all options, what do you do? What do you and Bastiel do?
I probably just like keep getting quests from Baldor. Just go to keep the far reaches of the world.
Okay.
Like slaying evil and doing Baldur's Will, as well as just going back to the valley every so often.
Yep. All right. So I think we have a finishing scene, where you and Bastiel are traveling back into the valley. You walk up through the town and open the doors, and there's Shana sitting on the throne, looking all regal and whatever, and doing leader type things, and the two of you are quite old now, and strikingly as well, Bastiel is quite old, grey haired and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I guess Shana, you come off the throne, and we finish this scene with a hug and an embrace, and yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Man, they need to make this into a movie.
Yeah. So good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, do we want to, out of tradition, do experience and things?
Hell no.
Hell no.
Nah.
Okay. I'm gonna leave the theme running. I'm gonna switch it to this page. And I'm gonna leave the theme running forever, and I will never again open this page.
Fair enough.
Where did you get that picture from, by the way?
I don't know, I just googled it.
Okay, because I just wanted the picture for because SoundCloud's not working, or not working how I want it to, so I'll probably upload the podcast to YouTube. And I'll use that picture maybe.
Or do a reverse image search.
That's true.
I think that tops our last session.
I feel awful.
You should. You're a terrible man.
He didn't know.
Yeah, about halfway through this last session, I started suspecting it was that snake title.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of suspected it as well, but then again, my character is stupid, and just yeah, retconning. Yeah, but we never found out.
Go on.
Well, we never found out what was the deal with the labyrinth.
Yeah, that's true.
Never
It was
know.
part of the one shot paper, like the starter thing, and we just never went into it. So I
We literally never went into it.